Ken, first I would like to congratulate you got selected for the final interview.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Ken, can you please tell me about yourself?
Yeah, I am presently pursuing my MBA from UC Berkeley, and prior to that, I was working as a manager for PricewaterhouseCoopers for the past 5 years. And during my tenure as a manager, I was in charge of the budgeting in the auditing department, and I've carried out various audits for companies like Rio Tinto and Unilever and McDonald's.
Okay, Ken, why did you apply for this job? Why should I hire you?
I'm a very hardworking and a passionate person who is very dedicated towards his job. The reason why we mainly want to switch careers is because the consulting industry can get a bit too hectic and boring after some time. And when you are planning to raise a family, you need to have some sort of stability in your life. And with the consulting regime, you have to switch cities every 2-3 days, and it just takes a toll on you. So I think it's possible to continue with that lifestyle, for the next 10-15 years.
Okay, Ken, since you are stressing on your personal life and your family life, can you please explain about your personal and family life?
Yeah, sure. I am happily married with two children. One of them was very recently born. His name is David.
Okay.
So yeah.
Once you're saying you you are blessed with a baby recently. So if I hire you right now, how you are planning to manage your personal life as well as your professional life?
Well, that's a good question. But the thing is that when I was working for PricewaterhouseCoopers earlier, I had my first child then with my wife, and we were able to pull it off despite me not being here with her. And I was managing two teams in two different countries at that time. So if and the second child is obviously, once you've been a parent before, the second managing a second child is much easier in that respect. Plus, I'll be staying with my parents in New York, as I told you. So yeah, that will be again easier because we can always, like the grandparents are around to take care as well. So it's not that big of a
Okay, I have one more concern, Ken. Since you work as a manager in PwC,
Yes.
if I hire you as an associate here, how your working style gonna be?
I mean, it's a difficult. It might seem like a difficult transition from a manager to an associate, but at the same time, I feel I'm more towards the work which I'm into rather than the hierarchy chain. And of course, the hierarchy chain is there in every organization. And yeah, I've had a 5-year experience as a manager, which is quite a lot, I would say, for someone who's planning to join as an associate. At the same time, I'm sure that I'm a people person. I can, I'm very compatible with people, and I'm sure I'll be getting along with everyone. So that should be good.
Okay, thank you, Ken. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Martin Street, first of all, I would like to congratulate you. You got selected for final interview.
Thank you for having me here.
Okay, Martin, can you please tell me about yourself?
Yes, well, as we learned during the interviews, as I tried to explain you, I think I have extensive leadership experience through my military
Okay.
experience in Europe,
Okay.
leading men. I'm willing to work hard. I
Okay.
know how to work under pressure.
Okay.
And I really think I can, with my knowledge in finance from Wharton Business School, I
Okay.
can bring a lot to your company.
Okay, that's good to know, Martin. Can you please tell me about your military experience and Bosnia war experience?
Yes, I think the military is the perfect place to structure yourself, to learn
Okay.
how values are important,
Mm-hmm.
and to be able to take decisions when you're really under pressure.
Okay.
When you have really time constraints, when you're receiving bullets from the enemy, you have to take decisions quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Lives are at stake, so mistakes cannot be made, and you really have to take the hard decisions, difficult time. And
Okay.
this, I think, will be crucial in working in the company, in the investment bank, when you'll be under pressure.
Mhm.
I'll be able to keep my mind calm and take the right decisions.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting, Martin. Martin, why you wanted to change from actually worked as a military guy, then you came to Wharton, now you want to work in investment banking. How do you manage these different sectors?
Well, I think there are many skills, as I try to expose, that can we can take from the military to the business side. Business is all
Okay.
about relations, working in groups, which is
Mhm.
crucial,
Mhm.
and being able to lead people afterwards when you take responsibility. All
Mhm.
these skills are important, and
Mhm.
the finance side that I didn't have,
Mm-hmm.
I decided to go to one of the best schools in the world,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they've brought me, and I've worked hard to gain these skills. And I'm sure I have a great background in finance now to bring additional resources to the company.
So, Martin, if I offer you a job right now after your graduation, are you willing to work with SG Cohen?
Well, I'm really interested in your company. It's true, but it's not the only company with who I'm having
Okay.
interactions now.
Mm-hmm.
Other companies with who I've been discussing in the final steps of the recruitment process.
Okay.
So I'm really interested, and I think we should continue to see how we can work in the future together.
Okay.
Good evening, Nata. So this is the final round of the interview. Shall we begin?
Yes.
So could you please tell me about yourself first?
Well, I studied finance in East Europe. I'm very good with figures and numbers and mathematical equations. I can solve questions very quickly. I, in fact, received the highest GDP grade point average for my undergraduate degree in finance. And when I went to study my MBA at Cornell, I was a teaching assistant, a graduate teaching assistant in finance.
Sounds impressive enough.
Yes.
Uh, and why do you want to join this industry? Why do you want to end up in investment banking?
As I said, I really like working with numbers. I'm a quantitative guy. I have worked for 4 years in ComScan, which creates and produces softwares for modeling used for M&A. So this gave me experience about M&A and how the models are created and the assumptions and the calculations to value deals. So I think I really like this industry, and I think I will be happy working in this industry.
Uh, could you elaborate a bit on your strengths and weaknesses? What do you think are important?
I am a very hard worker. If you give me job, I work until the job is finished, and I am good with complex and technical data, whether it is on the computer and working with softwares or solving mathematical equations. And with my weakness, I don't know. Sometimes I work too hard, and I can spend more time on sports or something like this.
Your resume states that you speak a lot of languages, but somehow English is not one of the fluent ones, I'm guessing. So, would you be able to adjust while working in the US, especially in the investment banking industry where fluent English is like a necessity?
Yes, of course. I mean, I speak already Russian, Polish, German, French. So this proves I am good at learning much with my English, as I had to explain complicated things to undergraduates. So I believe I am learning and improving my English uh, effectively. So I think it should not be a problem.
Hi, Andy. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
First of all, I would like you to tell me a bit more about yourself. From your background, I see that you have created interesting ventures in the past.
Okay. Actually, I did my undergraduation in UCLA, and I started my own venture during first year of my undergraduate year. So, which is pretty good actually.
How do you think you will deal with your superiors in if you join us in the future?
That's a good question. Actually, as an entrepreneur, I deal with a lot of clients and students actually, which why because I'm doing service industry entrepreneurship. So definitely, I know what are the customer concerns as well as superior how they feel, how they have to handle employees. So definitely, I'll be cooperated with my superiors. So I can pretty well manage and I can pretty well fit into the company culture.
Okay, thank you for your answer. Grades are not our main concern, but I must say that your grades stand out
Yeah.
compared to other candidates. What do you have to say?
First of all, I agree with your point. Like I have like 2.8 GPA during undergraduation, so which is not that extraordinary. But at the same time, you can see my other achievements in my life rather than like only grades. Like I started my own venture in the first year of college, where I was able to balancing from my business life as well as my student life. So that will show you the perfect answer what you're asking for the question, as well as my GMAT and SAT score, which are outstanding. My grades. I mean, even though my undergraduate grades are a little low, like yeah.
Okay, and the last question would be, you are an entrepreneur, you're successful, as you said.
Yes. Yes.
We are a
Yeah.
small firm. We like people to come for the long term.
Okay.
What makes us think, or what could make us think that you want to stay us for the long term when you can make a lot of money with your own business?
Yeah. So after my graduation, I worked for 3 years for my venture. Then I joined business school. I got new ideas, and I have real time work experience in my life. So now I wanted to achieve something big, something new, and yeah, I'm planning to give this business to my brother, and I wanted to enter into come completely towards a financial side. So I think I'll be loyal to your company. I would like to stay longer in your company for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.